Welcome to another Conversation in Wellness. We're super excited to have with us today Ramona Riley, womb specialist.
Thanks for having me, my darling.
What a fun job.
Yeah, it is actually.
And I feel like this is in my way. But separate and apart from Ramona being a womb specialist, one of the tools that she uses in her practice are the amazingly healing essential oils. So we geek out on essential oils together all the time. So she's a certified essential oil wellness consultant as well. And we actually both have experience with a few different brands. We're going to talk to you today about the way to safely use oils. We're also going to talk to you about the different types of oils in terms of the caliber and their effectiveness from a therapeutic perspective. And it's not going to be sciencey and boring. We're going to make it fun.
Because we're fun.
She's especially fun. So we're going to start off with a brief overview of what is an essential oil. So Ramona, what's an essential oil?
Essential oils are just oils that are derived from the plant or the herb. Depending on the types of oil grade that it is, it would depend on if there are carrier oil in it or if anything else is going on. But essential oils are usually come from a plant or some kind of herb. If it's peppermint, if it's lavender, something like that.
So whether it's the stem, the leaves, the bark, the sap, as in the case of frankincense.
Yes.
And these oils all have healing properties, and they're volatile, right? So they that means that they evaporate easily, which is why when you're using an essential oil topically, that's one of the reasons that you want to use it in a carrier oil.
Right.
One reason is to protect the skin, but the other reason is to enhance absorption, because if you just put that oil on your skin, it's going to evaporate before it gets absorbed. Yeah. So you said that there's different types of oils. What are the different grades? We've got 3 different brands here to show you today. We've got the Now brand, the doTERRA brand, and the Acacia brand. So tell us a little bit about like your experience as it relates to the effectiveness of different grades of oils.
Okay, so when I actually started this whole oil journey, I really started with the ones that I could find in, you know, like a health food store or something like that that were popular, right? So the Now brand was actually a brand that I started off with, and as you said, using a carrier oil will always enhance, will always be better in terms of the skin absorbing it, whatever part of the skin absorbing it. As I got further in it, I realized that there are actually different grades of oils, right? So you have the C grade and up, right? And as I went on, I realized that the A grade or A+ grade oils really make a huge difference. It's not just about, oh, it's A grade, because of course the price makes a difference. You definitely see the difference. But I realized that with these A grade oils, I could do so much. So I could use it in aromatherapy, which a lot of times the cheaper oils that is probably one of the only things you can get from it. With the A grade oils, you can do aromatherapy, you can do topical as you were talking about, and you can do oral. A lot of them are oral, and I love that. So, you know, being able to drop some in your water, you know, put it in your smoothie, that type of thing. So for me, once I found doTERRA, which I love, I just stopped. Like, I was sold. I saw how it helped me heal myself. I saw it work with my children. I saw it work with my clients. And so I was literally sold by that. I even started using doTERRA oils to cook with, which is what I love. When I heard about that, I was like, what? You can cook with the oil too?
I know.
So I'm really excited about that, and I don't think that anyone that's probably even listening, watching, even knows that you can drop these oils in your...
I put like a drop of basil in a pot of soup, and it just, or
everything.
A drop of rosemary. Oh my gosh.
Yes, or even the even your olive oil or whatever oil that you usually use, healthy oil, right? You can just put 1 drop, because with these oils you do not need a lot. That's why they last so much longer than doTERRA oils. You just need one drop in your food, in your cooking, and you're good to go.
As a matter of fact, this 15 ml bottle has about 250 drops.
I love it.
And with therapeutic grade oils, less is more. Like, you don't want to overkill.
Right.
So, so if you're going to be using a diffuser, which is simply little piece of equipment that disperses the oil in water droplets. So you fill the trough with water, you put 1 or 2 drops of oils in that water, and when you plug it in and turn it on, you get a fine mist. And now, when Ramona mentions aromatherapy, one of the things that's so special about essential oils is the particles are so small, they can cross the brain-blood barrier, and that means they can affect your emotions. Okay, so this is actually phenomenal. If you diffuse some orange oil or any citrus oil, you are gonna feel happy and and if you diffuse lavender, you're gonna feel sleepy.
Yes.
And never diffuse peppermint at night because you will not sleep.
No, and your eye can burn you.
I remember one time my daughters and I were making scrubs, peppermint scrubs for Christmas. And we were up late using the peppermint oil. I could not sleep the night. It was so
it keeps you up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It keeps you up.
So the Now brand is a pretty decent brand that we have here at the Life Store. It is for aromatherapy use, and it literally says that on the bottle. For other uses, dilute with a carrier oil. So a carrier oil is something like grapeseed oil or almond oil. So the Now brand will always tell you not to take internally, right? So they're good for topical uses. Like if you had a mosquito bite, you put a little lavender on it, it'll definitely help, right? So it's great for like scenting the area and for topical uses. But if you're gonna go with an internal use oil, you definitely want to be limiting yourself to doTERRA. So let's talk a little bit about Oracacia. Oracacia is another nice little brand. They have these little kits. So this one is eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint, tea tree. Now if you diffuse eucalyptus, your areas are going to open up. You're going to breathe a whole lot easier if you've got a cold like this thing that I've got left over, which is not COVID.
Because you can't just have a cold or a flu anymore.
Been there, done the test. Just a little cold. So this is another great brand. Again though, it is for diffusing or topical use. Now, a trick that I've learned with the essential oils with the doTERRA brand is any oil that has a little square on it that says supplement facts means that you can take it internally. So these are safe to take internally. So anytime you feel like you're getting sick, some On Guard in your water and then diffuse it in the air, and it's amazing. It really keeps viruses at bay.
I actually use On Guard. I mix a teaspoon to a tablespoon, depending on how large the jar is, of vinegar and water and the On Guard, and like clean the house. And it is fantastic. It smells good. The place is clean. So yeah, you can use these oils for so many different things.
And when you think about the fact that you inhale your cleaning products.
Yes, which is another issue. That's another thing we got into. Another recording.
That's the chemicals that you're inhaling in those cleaning products can be endocrine disruptors.
Yep.
Which is just a big word to say throw you off.
Yep.
Right?
It does.
Affects your
hormones, everything.
Yep. So that's why I love this this doTERRA introductory kit. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what's in that doTERRA introductory kit?
So the introductory kit, doTERRA, it has lavender, lemon, and peppermint. And all three of these oils are actually oils that you can use in 3 different ways: orally, topically, and aromatherapy. When we talk about things like these oils, we want to remember that it takes a lot of whatever it is. If it's lemon, it takes a lot of lemon to make this. It is cold pressed, which is also extremely important, because that makes us know that it's healthier, it's better for us. So lemon is something you're going to definitely use for either cleaning, detoxing, disinfecting, and of course any kind of other citrus type of thing. You can drop some in your water, that type of thing. Peppermint, that's going to be a little different. Of course, we all know about peppermint.
Don't put it near your eyes.
Don't put it by your eyes. If you use it on your hands, please wash your hands. But that's very digestive. And also respiratory wise, peppermint also works well in that retrospect. And lavender, we know lavender as well. Lavender is great for sleep, it's great for relaxation. What I used to do with my daughter was I would put just like 1 drop in her bath when I would bathe her. Because of course, we would usually do like, the little lotions that would have like lavender in them and this and that, but we don't even know where that lavender comes from and if it's really real lavender. So being able to use an essential oil lavender like the doTERRA and putting a drop in there or rubbing it at the bottom of the baby's foot with a carrier oil really gets them to calm down and relax and gives mommy some time. Apart from that, lavender is also like antifungal, right? So if we're talking about any kind of infections and even yeast, lavender will be really great for that as well. So this kit is like this introductory kit that if you were going to the doTERRA or going to Natalie to purchase, they would have this. There are many different oils that the doTERRA has, so many. But this and On Guard, I would say, would be great ones to start with, because then you can tackle not just digestive, detox, all these different things. The only thing probably missing from this would be like frankincense. And then you have like you have enough to start. You know what I mean? You got the perfect mix and blend. Which I love frankincense. I love how it smells. I love what it does. It does so much.
So you know that I actually don't wear perfume. I stopped wearing perfume about, like 10 years ago, because I would find that it would just set off my eyes would burn, and with the oils, amazing. So I'll put a drop of patchouli in my lotion, which is unscented, and then mix that up and use that on my body. And
patchouli is good for skin too, though.
So good for skin, and it's so grounding. So any of those earthy scents really help to calm and ground you emotionally, and we need a lot of emotional support, right?
Yeah, and I think we don't talk a lot about that when it comes to essential oils, and you mentioned it earlier, making sure that knowing that these oils can help us not just from a physical standpoint, but from an emotional standpoint or from a mental standpoint, because they can.
Absolutely.
So rubbing it in a certain place, doing certain things, using a certain oil can definitely change not just your mood, but your mentality, how you're seeing things, all of that.
Yep. So Ramona and I are living a well-oiled life.
Oil up!
Ramona, thank you so much. It's always fun to catch up with you.
No problem.
Tell the people where they can find you.
You can definitely find me on IG. You can find me at Cosmic Woman, and also the Vagina Lady on IG. Also Facebook at Cosmic Woman. You can find me there as well.
So thanks so much for watching. This has been Conversations in Wellness, where we talk about all the things that impact your holistic life. Thanks for listening, and of course, share this with a friend and subscribe to the channel so you can always be up to date with whatever content we're putting out for you. And drop us a message down below and let us know what you want to hear more about.
Bye.